Global debt is 305 trillion right now, which is 235% of total world's GDP. Right now, an average person alive owes $40,000, given the fact that an average person per capita output is only $10,000. So that means you right now owe $40,000. What the fuck is going on? Now let's calm down and think pragmatically here. This is not the first time, right? It just so happens to be that whenever there is a global world crisis, global debt rises. We saw something very similar to this in World War II. Global public debt in advanced economies was over 150% of GDP in 1946 due to wartime borrowing. But it declined sharply through 1950s via robust growth, moderate inflation, and fiscal policies that prioritizes surplus and investment. Now, this debt crisis came from post-pandemic expenditure, the support for healthcare jobs, and small to medium businesses. Now, I would like to share you with the buyouts government had to do and the support government has provided throughout the continent. In North America, US had to bail out passenger airline for $25 billion, $4 billion to cargo, and $500 billion to small and medium businesses. In Europe, 7 billion euros to Air France, 2 billion to British Airways, 600 million to Ryan Airways, these two are UK's. Now, let's look at Germany, 550 to Commandair Airline. Now let's look at Netherlands, which had to bail out KLM for 3.5 billion euros. Now in China, 1 trillion yuan, which is $140 billion, which was spent to bail out state-owned enterprises in aviation manufacturing. 15.2 billion yuan to China's South Airline. Now in India, now $20 trillion, which is $267 billion, were given across the sector, with 3 trillion rupees to MSMEs. Now that's a lot of fucking money, but who do we owe this money to? Illuminati? Aliens? Fucking God? Now, debt in global level works very differently than on individual level. So, for example, if a person A has an IOU contract with a person B, that means the person A has a liability and a person B has an asset. But on the global level, the asset and the liability both cancel out and you have nothing. So, how does it actually work? So, now on global level, we have a current earth and we have a future earth. So we are borrowing money from future world in order to fund our current expenditures. So if a debt is spent wisely on infrastructure, job, research, and creating more technologies, then we are on the good case. Now a better way to look at this would be to see the total net worth of the world ratio the total debt of the world. So right now, world is worth $1 quadrillion and the total debt is right now $350 trillion. Now, that means we are doing better than ever. Let's understand the debt cycle. Every 10 years, government takes a lot of loan, and after that 10 years, it has to pay the loan back. In this time, the debt is very high. So this time, government has to tax more and spend less money. In the good times, when they have a lot of money to spend, they should tax less and spend more. Now, government works very fine in the good times when you have to tax less and spend more, and in the debt payback time when they have to tax more and spend less, they don't do very well. So is this a problem? Maybe and maybe not. If the current economic war continues, we're gonna see less economic activities, which makes harder to pay debt back. As soon as this economic war concludes, we're gonna have more stimulative economy and government businesses and person can pay back their loan. So I really think if the economic war continues, we're going to see more downside to this than the upside. And as soon as this economic war concludes, we're going to see a really good bounce back. And if you have liked this video so far, please consider liking and subscribing. Now, if you liked this video, please go ahead and watch this video, which is really cool.